Thousand Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And it's your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And we just gonna get right into it. So I am sipping on some Cabernet tonight. What are you sipping on?
I have Moscato again, barefoot, because I think they discontinued Yellowtail. I don't know, but it's all gone now. I drank it. I pre-gamed before we recorded.
I got one now, but I'm gonna get another one. This one gets you very in a happy place. You need to start drinking red wine because it gets you in a happy place. So let's talk about our weekend. I was on vacation for a week and it was much needed. So me and Mama went to Hilton Head, which is the island that Tyler from Big Brother is from. Hey, Ty. And then
Angela, his wife, Angela.
She not from there.
No, she stayed there too. And remember, they was confused about how they had never met. She was from the same place.
Well, I gotta Google that. I will, trust me. Anyway, then we went to we drove 5 hours. Well, Mama drove 5 hours to Tallahassee. We finally got to see Terrence and Marquina play. So shout out to them. It's very pretty. When I get my place, she gonna have to be my interior decorator because it's so pretty. Like their bedroom, all the living room, the dining room. They got a bar, the kitchen. Everything is very nice. Everything is very nice. So they hosted us for the weekend in Tallahassee. We drove by Florida State. I was so happy. We went to Top Flight. Their drinks are still on fleek, very strong. Okay, remember Top Flight? You was like you only need one. Long Island, you only need one still. They done turned Chubby's the club into a Target. Okay, we went.
I can't believe that.
I couldn't believe it either. Oh, also in Hilton Head, we did kayaking, which is a team sport, and you have to have great communication skills.
Like in The Amazing Race?
Yes, or Mama and Tommy would fail. We kept saying that. Me and Mama almost failed because she's so shaky. She's literally
like Terrence.
She's literally scared and panicky to do anything. You like calm down. Like we almost finished before we started because she was so scared. But once we got the hang of it, it was good. But she was like one and done. Like she's never kayaking again. Like we were whitewater rafting and she almost died.
Oh my God. I could swear all of us kayaked before.
Maybe she said she canoed before, but not kayak. And we also went on a historical tour. We did this little wine tasting while we was on the tour. And then we went to a distillery and they made drinks for us after we toured this distillery. So it was kind of cool. And it made me excited about the tequila tasting that we going to in Mexico at the end of the year. So how was your weekend in Orlando?
It started off pretty good.
Okay.
It started off pretty good. So it was on Joe's side. So like his siblings and their kids and spouses. And then
family affair.
One of his cousins was there and then two other people.
Not two other people.
Yes. Because I didn't know they was going to be there. And I was like, in that case, I could invite Nell. I could have invited somebody too. Because it was his brother's wife, two sisters. Like, first of all, you are in-law. So why you giving +1s and +2s to your sister? Oh, but okay, sorry. But it was fine. I didn't know them. I mean, I met them, so they were cool. Anyways. So yeah, it started off well.
Sorry, I was gonna say not a +2.
Yeah, we did game night. The first night we was there. Then we went to like the vacation homes we stayed in had like this water park for the kids. So we went there. We got in the pool. We did a lot of games. So it was fun. But the last night,
the incident happened on the last night.
Yeah, it was drama filled. and let's just say 3 people left
the family group chat.
The family group chat.
I heard
so
about
3
it.
people left it.
That's crazy. But yeah, sometimes you just need a break. Okay. You need a break from the group chat. They'll be back. They always come back. I say that by guys, and I say that by the group chat. They always come back. Okay. Anyway, my upcoming weekend plans is so on Friday, we finally get to go to that Netflix dating show.
We didn't talk about, did we talk about when I went to New York?
Oh, no. Dang, we haven't been on here a while. Yes. So you surprised me in New York. Go ahead.
So yeah, and so I'm trying to put the freaking video together, and we're gonna let out a real the whole surprise and her reaction thing. But literally the first day I was there, I just randomly asked Nell while we were, I think, walking in Central Park. I asked her, "Have you ever been a witness to a crime being committed?" Right? Because there's a lot of crime up and down New York. There's a lot of crime up there.
This seemed like so long ago. Go ahead.
And so we were at this brunch spot sitting we met her 2 friends. We were eating brunch and it was outside. So we were at the tables outside, and her friend and her Nell friend and her, they had their purses next to them, but it was above them on a shelf or a wall.
Yeah.
And the wall was directly next to the street. And there was people in cars passing by, people in bikes passing by, because they have what they call city bikes. Because instead of walking, people ride bikes because I don't know, everybody either walks or bike in New York, which is insane to me. But yeah, so I'm taking in all the views. I'm looking at scenery. People coming and going. Yeah, all the scenery. I'm looking at people coming and going. And I see this one black guy on a bike. He drove by and I saw him looking at us, and I'm just thinking, oh, he think we cute. Cute.
God.
Checking us out. And then a few minutes later, I saw him coming back down again. And in my head, I'm thinking, why did he turn around and come back? And before I could even finish my thought in my head, he grabbed Nell's friend's purse and kept it moving.
And we all screamed and stood up and just froze. It's like we could not move. And then we watched him back away.
Yeah.
And everybody saw it. The other table saw it. The 2 boys who were standing up next to by the restaurant saw it. It was terrible. That's the first time I've witnessed a crime, and I can't believe it was with my friends. I felt very bad for her. I don't know how she did it. She was very strong, because I would have went home. I would have packed my food to go and went home and soaked for the whole weekend, for the rest of the weekend.
And we wouldn't have been able to get in the show because they would have needed your ID, and her ID was in there.
Right. So now I know when I'm sitting outside, even or inside, I'm sitting, my purse going in my lap. Okay.
My purse always go in my lap. Always.
Yeah.
But then we went to the show, which was the Rock Hard tour. And to our surprise,
headliners only.
Yeah. And we had VIP access. So we got our little goodie bag, our VIP goodie bag. So to our surprise, so when the show finally started, I think it started an hour late.
It was terrible.
They came, it was a logo. They had cut off the light and put up a logo, and it said "C." So I'm thinking, this is Chris Rock. He's about to come out.
Yeah, because the show was Chris Rock and Kevin Hart. That's how they advertised it.
Yeah, Rock Hard tour. And so I'm thinking, okay, Chris Rock about to come out. And guess who walks out on the stage?
Oh gosh, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. I said Dave.
And the audience screamed and stood up. It had to be a good 3-4 minutes. He couldn't even get a word in edgewise. We were screaming so loud. It's like this man is a living legend. And it was unexpected. If it was expected, okay, because I've seen him before. Remember, me and Sashi went to his documentary premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival, and it was amazing. I was so happy that Dave was there, and then Chris came on, and then Kevin came on, and then they all came on at the end. Dave Chappelle was drunk by then.
He was.
Kevin Hart gave Chris actual GOAT, saying he was the GOAT. which he is. A lot of people say he is. And speaking of that, in Tallahassee, we saw New Jack City. So I saw Chris again playing Pookie, the dope fiend. What is it? No, the crackhead. He was very crackish then, very crackish.
Yeah, and also, was this the first night we went to Chelsea? That was the first night?
Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so we went to Chelsea restaurant because Neil told me.
The Chelsea House, I think that's what it's called.
The Chelsea House. Neil told me that the rapper Mano owns that restaurant. So we was like, we're going to go support. You know, you got to support.
And the food looked amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and mind you, she said dress up, right?
No.
You didn't tell me to dress up.
No, I told you not to wear what you had on. Bermuda shorts and flip-flops to dinner? Come on.
It's not like this was no 5-star.
I'm pretty sure it's 5 stars on Yelp.
It's
or
not.
Whatever.
Anyway, so back to my story. So I put on this dress in these 5-inch heels.
You the one wear 5-inch heels. I don't.
Because I don't wear kitty heels. I'm sorry. So I put on this dress and these 5-inch heels. The Uber drops us off directly in front of the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We get out and I'm like, Neil, and I'm pointing, so you can see through the window of the restaurant. And I'm like, Neil, I'm pointing to this guy. I'm like, he's not dressed up. He wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt. I was just pointing to a random guy because the first thing I saw was that. And so we're walking up and I'm like, this guy not dressed up or whatever. And then Neil was like, who you talking about? The door guy? Because they had a door guy.
Yeah, a door bouncer, I guess.
Man. And I was like, no, I'm not talking about him. Now, by this time, we passed the door guy and we're at the hostess area now. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about him. And I had to turn around and point to the guy that I was talking about with the basketball shorts and a t-shirt on. And I was like, I'm talking about him. And then when I turned around and saw his face, it was Mano. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's here. And the hostess was like, he be here all the time, but it's not. He not the owner. He's just best friends with the owner. But I thought he was owner because he mentioned it on the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me go. But yeah, she said he be there all the time. Great. The food was great. I definitely will go there again. And then Sunday we went to the Edge, took cute pictures there. And we also went to Tom's Restaurant, which is the restaurant the diner they always go to on Seinfeld. The food was great there. I had breakfast for lunch. And it was great. Central Park picnic on Sunday as well. So it was a good weekend. And then I had a day before I went to Hilton Head. So it was a very good week and a half for me. So I have a month to my next trip. So I get to chill out for a month, maybe save some money. Anyway, so my upcoming weekend plans is me and the girls are finally going to the Netflix dating show taping where we're going to be in the audience. So that's Friday. And then Alex asked me if on Sunday I wanted to go with her and her boyfriend and his brother to Atlantic City and to the beach. I told her sure, but if the monkeypox numbers increase, no.
Oh my God.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
This weekend we gotta go back to school shopping. That's our weekend plan.
Is it tax-free weekend or was it last weekend?
It is. It's been the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
Or 1 week, something like that.
Okay. Let's start off with some weekly sports updates. So remember we talked about the trans swimmer Leah Thompson. She was nominated for the NCAA Women of the Year award, and that got a lot of controversy because she was born a man. So Arizona Cardinals gave the quarterback Kyler Murray a 5-year, $230.5 million extension that includes $160 million guaranteed. WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon announced his retirement amid sexual misconduct allegations. Julio Jones signed a 1-year deal with the Bucks. Deebo Samuels and the 49ers reached an agreement on a 3-year, $73.5 million contract with $58.1 million guaranteed. The Miami Dolphins got stripped of one of their 2023 first-round picks and fined the owner, Stephen Ross, for $1.5 million for tampering with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. However, they also found that there was no evidence that the team intentionally lost game in the 2019 season, as Brian Flores alleges. Okay.
Of course. How can you prove that?
You can't. The U.S. offered a deal to Russia for the release of WNBA star Brittany Griner and another jailed American. The offer is to exchange Russian arms trafficker Victor Bout for Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan. So we'll see if that goes through. Zion Williamson, the basketball player, he got a contract extension, but it has a weight clause because he kind of big.
My God.
Big. He got big, but whatever. And unfortunately, in sad news, the Celtics legend Bill Russell passed away at the age of 88. He won 11 titles, 5 MVPs, and he's in the Hall of Fame. And he was a civil rights activist. So rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. So let's talk about our first story of the day. Liz Cambage. Is that how to say her name? WNBA star Liz Cambage quit the Sparks. So, supposedly her and the LA Sparks agreed to a quote-unquote contract divorce. I don't know what that is. And this was 5 months after she signed with the team, okay? So, she signed a 1-year deal with the Sparks in February after playing for Las Vegas in 2019 and 2021. She sat out the 2020 season amid the pandemic. And after she signed with LA, she was like, it was LA or out for me. There was nowhere else I wanted to be. But you quit after 5 months, ma'am. And the coach, Derek Fisher, was fired as a head coach and general manager on June 7th for a 5-7 start.
Oh, wow.
In 25 games that she played for the Sparks, she averaged 13 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. In the past, she had requested a trade out of one of her teams, Dallas, and went to the Aces. So do you think it's okay to quit on your team? And if you were an owner or a GM, would you pick her up for your team? Because she just chucked up the deuces. She chucked up them deuces.
No, it's not okay. And that's why I initially never liked Eli Manning, because he did that the day he got drafted. Mm-hmm. He got drafted to the Chargers. And he basically said, no, I don't want to be on the Chargers because they were sorry at that time. Mm-hmm. So, and then he got, I guess, traded to the Giants. So, no, it's not okay. And 13 points a game, is that average? Like, is that normal? Because to me, it seems a bit low to have any clout as far as quitting and joining another team. I don't know, like, what's the average
for WNBA. I do know she's a very popular player. I think maybe this was one of her not so better seasons. I do remember we did a story about her a long time ago when the opposing coach said something about her like she was built like a man or something like that. But she is big, but y'all be big, but y'all can play though. Y'all can hoop. But yeah, quitting on your team is not cool, like by any means necessary. You know how many football teams be sorry at my Jets still have a 53-man roster, and y'all see how sorry we are, but we still want that check. They talk what they called it, a uncoupling, what it was called, a contract divorce. No, you were getting none of that money because you breached your contract, ma'am. You want to quit because y'all sorry? You sorry. I wouldn't pick her up if I was a GM. I'm like, no, because she quit on her team, and that doesn't show any type of leadership or something. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. That's uncool. Like, don't be uncool. She's uncool. Who said that?
Luann? Yeah, Luann from the house. So, yeah, that's very uncool.
And Derek Fisher fired as a head coach and a GM, so he lost two jobs in one day.
How you lose 2 jobs?
Sorry, Derek. That's just how it goes sometimes. Maybe you shouldn't have got with that girl.
Mm-hmm. This is your karma.
Sometimes they be putting what is it? Like the Kardashian, what's that called? Kardashian something?
Curse?
Something like that.
And sometimes when you win, you really lose. And when you lose,
oh my
you
God.
win. And when you lose, you actually tie.
Yes, there's a famous quote from White Man Can't Jump.
Which is a great classic movie that they remaking, and I don't like it, but whatever. Let's go to our next story. Who chucked up them deuces now? So Deshaun Watson, everybody know by now, was suspended 6 games, which I thought he was going to be suspended in like the next 2 years, but 6 games so far for violating the NFL personal conduct policy and sexual misconduct. So it'll be 6 games without pay, but he would not be fined. So the NFL had recommended he be suspended for the entire season and postseason, right? So the lady who ruled on this suspension, I'm going to read y'all a couple of quotes that she said in her 16-page report. She said, it does not fall into the category of violent conduct that will require the minimum 6-game suspension. The NFL carried its burden to prove by a preponderance of evidence that Mr. Watson engaged in sexual assault as defined by the NFL against 4 therapists identified in the report. Mr. Watson violated the policy in this regard. She also put his predatory conduct cast a negative light on the league and its players. And then she said he has to limit his massage therapy to club-directed sessions and club-approved massage therapists for the duration of his career. And he has to have no adverse involvement with law enforcement and must not commit any additional violations of the policy. So what are your thoughts on this? Was this punishment good enough? Do you think ladies gonna still date him?
Yeah, ladies gonna still date him just because he got a bag. But I think he should have been fired off the team or let go from the team.
Because this is his new team. Remember, this happened at Texans and now he's at the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, because remember, you know how all these Karens be out here acting a fool and then Monday morning they be fired? That should be the same with the NFL. You represent the NFL. Now you got us out here looking like fools and people ain't gonna want to F with us no more because of you. And why you not using the club's massage therapist anyway? It's free.
Most likely it is.
So what?
Because he wanted a happy ending. He wanted a happy ending. Okay. I think, I wanted him to be suspended. And actually, I got an update today. The NFL is appealing this because the NFL want him to be suspended for more. I wanted him to be suspended for the whole year, but remember, he also didn't play last year either. So it would have been effectively 2 years if he got suspended both. But whatever, he's still good. He's still young. Do you think the Browns would be better with Deshaun Watson? And what do you think their record would be while he's out for the first 6 games? So I'll tell you the first 6 games, okay, for Cleveland Browns. So they have the Panthers, the Jets, the Steelers, the Falcons, the Chargers, and the Patriots.
They might go 50. What is it called? 500. They might go 500 in those. So 3-3. But like I was saying before, I'm so mad. I don't think they'll be better because I don't think he's a better quarterback for that team than the guy that they just had.
No. Deshaun Watson is sorry, I had to clear my throat. Deshaun Watson is so much better than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is average on a good day. Baker Mayfield literally got to have good wide receivers, good running back, all that to be good. Deshaun Watson is a beast.
Maybe I need to watch him play, but Baker Mayfield brought some life to the Browns. He brought them out of hibernation.
He did. He brought them to their first playoff game in a minute. Probably since even when Braylon Edwards was there, they were 10-6 on his best season, and they still didn't make it. He did bring life to the Browns, but Deshaun Watson is a beast. Like if they can go, them teams that I read not that bad. But I don't know who their backup quarterback is. See, I don't know. I know they can beat the Jets, so that's one win already. They can beat my team. But if they can, if they do 3-3 when he come back, I think it'll be good. Deshaun Watson is the truth. He the truth, y'all. He the truth. Okay. Do you think people will try to get him in trouble just so he can get kicked out of the NFL? Because like when you're on probation or stuff like that, you literally can't do nothing. Like you can barely go outside because outside is trouble. Outside is expensive and outside is trouble.
He need to stay his butt in the house. That's what got him in trouble in the first place. Going to outside masseuse when they got him right there in the freaking facility for free. What you paying for it on your contract anyway? You might as well use it. What's wrong with you? Why y'all go broke now? Doing extracurricular stuff.
Not extracurricular. I wouldn't even want to be his masseuse. And I would be like, it should have to be a masseuse in there, and then how when we go get our pap smears or whatever, the doctor be in there, but then the nurse just to make sure nothing goes wrong or he ain't trying to do nothing.
Yeah, especially if you have a male OBGYN. Yeah. He have like his assistant or whatever in there, so they both be looking at your stuff. Yeah.
Or maybe they should order him to have male masseuse. How about that? Have a male masseuse. See how you like that.
Also, how if you like on probation, you gotta do like a monthly or spontaneous pee in a cup to test you, and the people go in there to watch you pee to make sure you're not using somebody else's pee. Yeah, they need to do that.
They need to do something, a monthly semen test to see if he backed up. He should be backed up because he's not doing it no more with the masseuse, so he should be backed up. But yeah, I don't know if this is tough because I don't know if I could date a person knowing he did stuff like that. Like he didn't rape anybody, but why is that all they think about? Like literally,
it is. Yes, it is.
Like you can't even get him with a masseuse, and most likely the athletic masseuse is not like a regular masseuse like what we have. It's like actually harder and deeper and stuff like that. So it's a hurt. What were you thinking, sir? I wonder if he had a girlfriend at this time, and if so, did she dump him? I don't know if I can go with somebody who was. I mean, anybody technically can be accused of it, but he's actually proven to have.
I remember when it first came out,
and I was like, no way.
Yeah, and black people was like, oh, they trying to take another black brother down. And I'm like, guys, people would not like I said, if you have to at least be put in this situation for it to be even remotely true. Like nobody would ever say that I did something crazy because I would never be in that situation in the first place for it to be said.
That's why
I immediately knew it was true.
I used to say that in college. I used to be like, rumors start from a half truth. Cause I was like, what one day, let's say if like at 3 a.m, somebody saw you walking out some guy's apartment. Now they don't know what you did in there, but they could just start a rumor and say they fucking just because they saw you going out there. So if you didn't put yourself in that situation, then the rumor wouldn't have started in the first place. So I used to be like, rumor might not be true, but your ass was seen walking out his apartment, okay? But yeah, so I think the 6 games is a little too lenient, but the NFL appealed it, so we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll get more games, maybe he won't. But I just hope he goes on a straight and narrow from now on and just make us proud. You got to bounce back, sir. You have to there's always a chance for redemption, just like Will Smith's trying to do.
It ain't working.
It's not working for you. It's not.
No. Did you see that meme? Well, I think that we gonna put it group
with the guy who was putting
the teleprompter. Yeah.
A lot of people did say it felt like a scripted speech, and if he would have just went on there and said I fucked up, they would have accepted it more instead of eating. But you know what stuck out to me that he said, and it stuck out to Charlamagne too, because Charlamagne said this on the Breakfast Club, and I was like, that stuck out to me too. He said he trying. I'm okay. Don't quote me on this, but it was something like this. He tried to forgive himself, but not be ashamed at the same time. That popped. I was like, dang, that's deep. Like, he been in therapy, y'all. He been in therapy. He got that straight from his therapist, first of all. But with that whole situation, I mean, in a year, people will forget about it. Honestly, like until except the night of the Oscars every year, then people gonna bring it back up every year. But other than that, somebody about to punch somebody in the face, and we're gonna be talking about that for the next 5 weeks. So I don't even think Will Smith needed to. Well, I guess people say if you embarrass me publicly, you need to apologize publicly. But I think he needs to talk to Chris whenever Chris is ready to talk. He need to break him off some money just
oh my God,
just cause, in good faith. But anyway, so yes, we will keep you guys up with Deshaun Watson and Liz Cambage. Hopefully Liz don't get on nobody else's team, or she gonna need to go overseas, because she did play for an Australian team before. Go back and play for them. Maybe they accept quotas, but we don't, ma'am. Okay. We shucking up the deuces to you now. Bye-bye. Okay. And now it's time for our highlight of the week. And our highlight of the week is Amanda Nunes. So Amanda defeated Juliana Pena. That's how to pronounce it, Nunes.
Yeah.
So she defeated Juliana Pena to reclaim the women's UFC bantamweight belt in 5 rounds. It was a unanimous decision. And she lost to Pena in December. So she was like, let me get that bag. Because she lost to her in December and then just beat her. She's like, let me get that bag. Okay. That belongs to me. So she posted several pictures, and she hashtag Lioness Studio. I guess that's where she trained. That's her studio. And she put the place where my belt belongs. Welcome back home, baby. There's only one lioness in the jungle. So kudos to Amanda Nunes. Woo woo. I'd be so like scared to watch these UFC fights, yo. It'd be so bloody, and I'd be like, they hurting them though. She hurting her. Stop hurting her.
That's the point. You want to see the blood. You want to see it, because that means you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
It's just crazy, and it was a bloody battle. So y'all need to look at the highlights on YouTube. Anyway, we want to give a couple shout outs. Let's give a shout out to You Heard Me the First Time podcast with my Florida girls. They back with new episodes. Whoop, whoop. So go check out them. And we want to give a shout out to Harrison and Najee from the 8 More Than 92 podcast. Their episodes are always very funny and entertaining. I'm actually about to watch their latest episode after we finish recording. So shout out to Harrison and Najee. And that is our episode for this week. So peace out.
Bye.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.